Hey everybody, Grumpy Goblin here. There we go. I want to check out this new game called Whiskerwood. I have played the demo for a couple hours. It's a pretty fun game. The demo was pretty fun. There we go. Let's do great. That's not what I meant to do. I want just solid color white. Just plain white, please. Alright, there we go. Kind of white. Can these lights not do white? There we go. Alright, so we're starting off a brand new game. Whiskerwood just released today. Like I said, I've played the demo for a couple hours. But now everything is unlocked and out in the open. It's still early release. Scenarios, Far Frontier, Pirate Seas. These are all new. Fewer monarchist whiskers are sent this far into the frontier. Tax ships arrive on a normal pace, but distance means smugglers demand more for gold bars. Pirate Seas. Map size normal. Main island large. Common. Barren islands few. Natural ores and fertility. You know I go kind of on the easy side. I'm not a huge I'm not a huge difficulty person. I'm more into cozy gaming. Things that help me feel a little relaxed. We're gonna name it Grumpy's Grotto. And let's look at our beginning colonist. Strong shoulder, compassionate. Oh, that sounds good. Sickly and rude, not a great person to have. Sickly, weak knees, thoughtful and healthy. So 2 out of 5. Not a good start. 2 out of 5 good ones, not great. Nosy. Cares deeply about others, yet sometimes asks rude questions. Okay. This whisker works at their own pace. Hey, that's me. I didn't know I was in this game. Warm core. Warm core means they're good in the winter time. Rude and content. You also got to look at the guild or organization that they're from. Miners Guild. This would be nice because we would get two miners right off the bat. Let's roll again. Come on, I don't like pessimism. We're gonna roll till we get good ones. They're free at the beginning of the game, so why take something that's gonna cause you problems in the future? Expects more from life. His expectations are higher. Thoughtful, heavy eater. That's usually okay. I like this apprentice though. He's got super high expectations, so he's hard to please. He can carry a lot more. Partially trained craftsman who knows the basics. So he knows, he's a engineering apprentice. I just don't like the fact that we've only got one miner. But you know what? And he's a heavy eater, but that's okay. He has higher strength than the normal 3, which is average. Let's roll with those ones. Sound good? I think it sounds good. So far as the demo goes, I've got 3 hours in. So I don't have a whole lot of time in this game. But 3 hours isn't nothing. I wanted to be a little familiar with it coming into it so that I wouldn't not know how to do anything. Sorry, I'm trying to move an empty can that I did not get rid of before I started. Alright, here we go. There's our ship. We can pick one of these islands. Welcome to Grumpy's Grotto. Alright. Oh, excellent. This was one of the things that
Royal Scout ships identified your assigned archipelago as a potential colony. As part of the Royal Scouting Commission of 1681, 72 such colonies have successfully been established as a result of those brave Claw's efforts. By the King's graceful guidance, yours could be the 73rd such colony. Your most important building will be the trade dock. Without it, your colony cannot repay its debts. Therefore, I implore you to choose an island and construct your dock. Look for ample trees and berry bushes nearby.
Alright, so we're going to choose our starting island. Alright, oops, I can't get focused. There we go. So we can choose. There's definitely more islands to choose from. They also added, or changed since the demo. Yeah, you can right-click and move the camera around now. That was not a thing before. Right-clicking was the way you backed, and it still is, but now if you click and hold, right-clicking was how you backed out of menus and stuff. But I like that they've changed it to this. You can move the camera around with it. Well, let's pick an island. I think this is just as good as island to start on as any. They park you next to it for a reason. Let's spin around it a little bit. Maybe we could see what's over here. Some copper there. Coal. I've got to get more sleep. A lot of berries over here. What if we looked at the island this way? Copper. Let's go down here. I think I want to start at this end. All right, let's pick. Let's get started. I'm wasting time. We're going to place the trade dock. Let's place it. I need room for housing. Is there? Yeah, there's some copper over here. Yeah, let's just do the side that they're suggesting because they have they have it parked there for I guess a reason. All right, so I want to put a place for my trading dock, and then the want to place the warehouse really close by to it. So we're going to put it right here, but I want it to be kind of centralized. You'll see why. Requires water access. I think it has water access. Why is it saying it doesn't have water access? That's interesting. Yeah, let's do it over here. Because then I can put houses over there. Alright, that took a long time. Oh, is this island always going to be... Well, I'm not usually back out this way. Alright, receive your whiskers at... Oh, man, I don't know if I like... if I'm backing out. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that... Well, it is early access. If I want to zoom out and look at my island, this one blocks the view. I don't like that. No ship currently docked. I'm gonna re-roll, as it were. I don't like that. I don't like that the island in the foreground blocks my view. Damn, I liked those starter mice that I got too. This really sucks. New game. Cozy. Damn, I'm really kind of upset about that. These are all pretty good ones, actually. This was a good roll. This was a good re-roll. We got another apprentice. We got a loner. That's the only one we got to keep an eye on. He doesn't like working with others, but he's like my only negative. We've got a compassionate one. We've got two that can't smell, which means they don't get any negatives from pollution. Diligent, works very hard, and he's compassionate. The thing with the compassionates is that when there is a death on the island, they get sad for longer. And having two of them, I don't know if that's good. We'll just deal with it. Oh, I forgot to... I forgot to change the name of the city. Alright, I'm going to force quit this. What a great start, right? What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful start. And I just accidentally started the demo and not the actual game. Dear Lord. What a great start. I don't have enough caffeine in me today. Alright, let's start the real game up and not the demo. Yeah, this was... Yikes. Yikesy, yikesy, yikes. New game. Cozy. Let's call it Grotto. Content, strong shoulders, apprentice. I don't like the loners. Patient, strong shoulders. Got two miners, one heavy eater. They're okay to deal with as long as you got a good food supply. Yep. Alright, we got... Let's call it the Grotto. Colony names. They don't have the in them. Let's call it... Propania. Alright. We're starting for real this time. For real, for real, for real. I really liked that first roll that we got. The first one that I started, but I could not deal with zooming out and always having that island, the other island blocking the view. That's kind of weird that is even possible. But it's early access. Whiskerwood. 17 minutes into the stream and we're finally getting rolling. Grumpania. Okay, so this...
Royal scout ships identified your assigned archipelago as a potential colony as part of the Royal Scouting Commission of 1681. 72 such colonies have successfully been established as a result of those brave Claw's efforts. By the King's graceful guidance, yours could be the 73rd such colony. Your most important building will be the trade dock. Without it, your colony cannot repay its debts. Therefore, I implore you to choose an island and construct your dock. Look for ample trees and berry bushes nearby.
Trees, berry bushes, and there's, most importantly, no island blocking my view. That was really weird, the location of that previous island. So there's some copper, there's copper. Let's build the trade dock about right here. Yeah, let's do trade here, warehouse here. We'll knock these trees down first. Start doing pathways and houses on here. Yeah, let's just there's not a lot of trees over here. That's why I'm hesitant to do it over here. Oh, this might work over on this side. No, because then we get to the problem where there's at least it's not a tall island. That's what it was with the other one. There was a super tall island blocking my view of all things. Alright, we're going to go over here where there's a lot of trees. I'm going to place it right here. We're going to receive our starting whiskers.
Warehouses are vital to preserving the market value of your tax contributions. Each warehouse has a limited capacity. Watch that you do not satiate your warehouse's capacity on worthless goods. Yeah. Focus on storing resources that will benefit the kingdom: logs, cotton, and ores. These goods will keep during long voyages and supply work for whiskers in the royal factories. To reduce carry distances, you should construct the included central warehouse schematic near your trade dock.
That's my plan. Let's do it facing the colony and leave room for a pathway around. Alright, so they're going to build the central warehouse there. Is that always going to stay over there? My supplies have arrived.
Congratulations to you and your fellow colonists.
Right.
Under commission of the King, it is my privilege to offer this colony charter. You embark on a mission worthy of the greatest of whiskers, and all of your kind shall thank you for your efforts. As you tame these wild lands and earn the payment for your taxes, you are doing more than any whisker before you. With your sweat You secure the means by which some industrious whiskers might enjoy safety. Serve your king faithfully, and his peace will reign over these islands.
All right, thank you, Duke Macalico. My Calico. Calico, like the cat. Royal Commissioner. We'll sign the charter, because if we don't, we can't continue the game. All right, so now it's your basic colony builder, city building game. We're going to start. I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to make some plans. Oh, yeah. This has changed in the demo. You weren't able to get a top-down view. That's nice. That's going to be great for mining purposes. Right-clicking and moving the camera around. That's a great change. Great change. Thank you, devs. Alright, so first thing we need is logs. So we're going to go to resource extraction. That all looks the same. We're going to make a woodcutter. Cool thing I like about the way this game handles resource collection is you see a range, they will automatically go and get anything in that range. You don't have to say, go chop down these trees. You just place this item here and it will start taking down all of the trees in that circle. So we're going to place that right there. And it's going to be built. So that's going to be doing that one. Now you notice some of these trees are up on a different, up a level. That's fine. I need to move my chat around. Let's put that over there. There we go. So we have to give the cute little mice access. So you gotta use one of your logs. Each one of these costs a log, so we're gonna give it up a level. Let's do it right in front of the trade. All right. So
Paying taxes to the crown is your primary responsibility.
yep, I know.
Most colonies pay their taxes with ore.
I'm aware. Ooh, I forgot to accept it.
Paying taxes.
All right, so accepted. That's just the first mission is to set 2 miners to this new building that's being built here. So once it gets, or not miners. That mission is for miners, but I'm doing the wood first. Notice this is an Explorers Guild building. So if you put an Explorer Guild worker there, they'll work better at it. So we'll put him there to start doing some wood, but now I want to do the mining thing, which is part of the mission that we were just given. So a mining camp will mine everything in, they'll have access to the circle, everything within that circle. So I am going to have them start on this copper over here. We need stone, and copper is more valuable when you're paying your taxes. So we're going to put this right here. And you see, he's already started on the trees, because I didn't have to say, go do this tree. But one of the things you can do is you can prioritize wood chopping. Like if you want this tree gone next, you can select it for chop priority. And I do want this one gone so that I can create easier ways for my mice to get over there. Any mouse who is not assigned to a building becomes a construction worker. So my mission, one of my mission
Paying
goals
taxes
here
to the crown is your
is to
primary
set
responsibility.
2 mining camp workers to a mining camp. And mining has their own guild. So I'm going to assign a worker, and we had 2 members of the mining guild in our original set of whiskers. So we'll set both of those, and that completes the underground riches
Paying
mission,
taxes to the crown is
and
your
we will be
primary
given
responsibility.
another whisker.
Most colonies pay their taxes with ores. Copper pays best, but coal is more plentiful. Desperate colonies will ship out their construction logs. You would be wise to choose the path of non-desperation. Build and fully assign
Yes,
2 workers
we
to
have
at least
done that.
1.
So, a whisker ship has arrived, which means we can pick new mice to join us. I like that they've added a refuse all button. You used to have to refuse them individually. It'll stay there until this counter goes down. I would like to get another Explorers Guild. At least one more Explorers Guild. Oh, this one's great. He's an apprentice. Yeah, we'll take him. And then we can't really afford. Let's just do the rest. We'll refuse the rest of them. We'll just take just him. All right. So now with mining, unlike the wood chopping, you do have to tell them what to mine. So the mining is the mining tool. We're gonna have them work on that copper ore there, and also this coal, this coal, this coal, and gold. I didn't even see that gold ore right there. That's nice. We'll get that later. But first, I don't want to do those yet. I need to get this copper. In fact, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. We need stone. Stone first, so that we can start building homes. So let's take out this little section right here. So they'll stand up and they'll start mining that. Tax collector's coming in 2 days. We currently owe 40 in taxes, and there's about 176 worth of materials that we could give for taxes. Alright, we also need to get our foraging started. We've got a lot of berries up here on the hill, so they're going to need steps to get up to them. Steep stairs. So they'll come up, they'll go up there, and we need to raise. These are really up here. Actually, they're not on that level, are they? They're over here. I didn't realize the berries were kind of like, I knew they were up higher, but I didn't realize they were kind of blocked by the trees. Can I get, yeah, I can get stairs in here. Let's put one there, and then we'll set the Forager's Hut, which is part of the Explorers Guild. We'll set it down here at the bottom of these stairs. Yeah. And now some mice, our construction workers will grab the resources and carry it back here and create the Forager's Hut. Alright, so this is part of the Explorers Guild. We have one who is an apprentice. He's patient. He's a gifted teacher. So we'll obviously set them because they're a member of the Explorers Guild. We'll just put one on that for now. Ooh, we've discovered some copper ore while digging up this stone, which is fantastic. M is the mining tool. We'll go ahead and valid location. Interesting. Alright, so we need to start thinking housing already, because that's a major factor in the Whisker's happiness. I'm going to click on housing. These require 3 stone each, so we can build 2 right now. We have 7 mice already, 7 Whiskers. We only have enough material to build 2. You can lay more than you have material for, and once you have the material for it, they'll build it. Camp is idle. Camp cannot find any valid resources to gather. Yeah, because I haven't given you any to do. Alright. Use that copper ore. And we'll do this dome next to it. And we'll do that right there. So here's our forager. Is already delivering berries down here to the warehouse. And that is the end of the workday. We are into the evening. After they finish their workday, all work stops. They will come to the warehouse or to a cafe or some other leisurely thing. They'll come and eat, and then they'll do activities. If you have any leisure activities set up, like services, this is when they'll do their services. Yeah. Like we'll get a bathing dock built out here into the water. That's what they'll do at the end of their workday. They'll come, if you have a cafe, they'll come in. They prefer to eat at a cafe versus just grabbing the food in the warehouse. So we'll get a warehouse, or we'll get a cafe up as quickly as we can. Alright, I'm going to speed up this nighttime stuff because they're not doing any work. Unfortunately, they're all going to sleep outside right now, which really stinks. But we also, I'm going to go ahead and mark this copper ore to be done because we need that to help pay taxes. Countdown timer over here. Counting until the next day. Day 1 has ended. Alright, here's where you find out how your approval went. So, using approval, if you get thumbs up from your mice, you earn approval. Your approval is maxed out based on the population of your colony. So like for example, this approval, we got 105 up, yays, and then 66 downs, no. And the biggest hit was negative 56 because they slept outside. So we had 7 mice, all gave it, it's worth 8 thumbs down, each one of them. So that's negative 56 just for sleeping outside. So that's why housing is super important to start on as quickly as you can. They like their food. They're happy to be here, but they slept outside, so they're not happy. You have generated a high amount of approval. Building a town hall will allow you to spend excess approval on powerful policies. We'll get to that. Tax collector arrives tomorrow. So I really want them to be working on getting that copper out. Where was that gold? I was surprised that we had gold. It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is right there. That helps when it comes to tax paying time, but I don't really want to use it yet. How are we doing up here? Overall food is dropping. We're okay right now. getting at that copper. You can't actually spend anything until it's delivered to the warehouse, or this warehouse, until it actually gets down here. So like if you have things waiting, you can see the copper back in there waiting to be delivered. You can click deliver now, and they will deliver it now. A supply ship has arrived. This is where you can get supplies from the monarchy, from the empire, the cat empire. But you're buying it from them on credit, so it ups your debt. So we can get supplies. We've got 223, I don't know, coins, dollars, whatever. There's 238 whatever's worth in the warehouse. So we could technically afford this stuff. And it would be nice to get a little influx of... Oh, we have 26 logs. I was hoping some of those would have stone, but none of them did. That's kind of... We're kind of good on wood. Let's just go with the cheaper one rather than getting up new debt. Let's just go with that one. So that'll be delivered. See our debt increase to 90. Yeah. We're gonna... This guy's a loner. I know he doesn't like to work with others, but we need some more wood coming in. And then this guy is the other explorer. Yeah, let's get some more workers working. Will be good for us in the long run, rather than being super conservative with them. Three houses are done. They need stone to finish the other ones. Got total 7 whiskers. 3 houses. So 4 of them tonight are going to sleep outside unless we can get more stone and get this done before the end of the workday. You can look ahead and see what ships are coming. Today, there's no more ships coming. Tomorrow, the tax collector and the whisker ship is coming. The whisker ship is the ship where you can choose more mice to join your colony. Supply ship is where we buy on credit supplies from the kingdom. And then there's the whisker ship again. So we're on our own today. There's no more ships coming in. So here's our loner. Tonight, when the checklist comes in of thumbs ups and thumbs down, there should be like a thumbs down there for having to work with another person, another mouse. And that'll be his, because he's a loner and he doesn't like working with others. Because he's a loner. Alright. There is a housing shortage. These are nice banners that hang here that tell you like what's going on, what you're missing. Alright, we are out of things to mine. So let's have them... let's pause it real quick. Let's put some stairs down over here for them. To get better access to this stuff over here. Let's switch to mine. We're going to get his coal. And then... some more stone. You got something right there of stone. "24 seconds left in the workday. I'm not going to get this house done. Because 1, we don't have enough stones. 2, there's just not enough time. Alright, I'm going to speed it up for a little bit here. They got some of the coal in. How much of the coal did they get in? Logistics. They got one of the coal in. Alright, so see all of the whiskers stopped working and they came over here to the warehouse. So they're going to their, and then once they get done eating and doing any leisurely stuff they do, they'll go over to their houses and go to sleep. What I will do soon is build a cafe over here. This cafe will soon be built over here by their homes. So that's where they prefer to eat. They'll come to the cafe, grab their food, and their leisurely stuff will all be located over here. What can happen if you have work sites like way over here? Like say they're mining this copper over here. This could be, we might see this in this gameplay because this copper is pretty far from their homes. And I might just put some homes over here so that there are some closer options for them to live in. The end of the workday comes and then they start making their way over here. They grab their food and then they don't make it to their house before the next workday starts. And then you get some of them very angry and then you get a lot of thumbs down that day. These guys are going to sleep outside, unfortunately. Evening is almost over. There they go. Speed it up a little bit to get through the night. This guy, why didn't he sleep? Alright, he didn't sleep, I guess. Alright, so there's going to be some thumbs up and there's going to be some thumbs down. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would. We did not get a thumbs down for the guy having to work with someone. That's great. Yeah, poor quality housing, but that's a thumbs up because it's better than these guys who were slept outside, which is still our biggest negative. Start a new day.
Other matters demand your attention. Housing is not a luxury.
Yes.
Some whiskers have already resorted to makeshift camps.
Yep.
I implore you to provide us shelter. We can't.
On it. We are working on it. So that mission is to have 5 houses. I've got 4 built. The 4th one is about to be finished. Let's put some over here. So this will be 5, 6, 7 houses. And that'll cover all of the whiskers that we have once all of these get built. And the tack ship has arrived. So, I'm gonna pause it and we'll walk through how taxes work. You have to send supplies or food, whatever you have, everything has a value. Send that to the kingdom, to the monarch, and you please them. If you don't, you upset them and they will eventually come over and kill you. So we've been mining the copper ore because those are worth 21 gold each. I don't know if it's gold coin. I call them coins. So those are worth 21 coins each. These are the different levels that you can get, that you can fill your order. Like we owe them 99 coins. We could send a partial payment that would decrease their trust in us, but it would give us a wax seal, which you can spend on things later on. We give them a little bit more copper ore, then we hit. It's still a partial payment, but it's almost there. You see the trust is dropped less. It was -2 here, now it's -1, so it's a little bit better. Oh, but there's a full shipment. This is everything that they want, or this is how much they want. We've hit 99 by sending them 105 out of 99. We're at 106% of what they want from us, of our tax rate. Now, we could also, since we have so many logs, we could add a little bit more things to it, and boom, we've hit another tier. We're sending 130% of what they want, which is called a large shipment. What that does is it will increase the odds of things that we will receive when the claw delegation comes and talks to us. This is where they give us rewards for sending taxes. We could go all out and send them even more copper ore and give them a very large shipment where our trust will increase more. We'll get more wax seals, and then we get to pick 2 rewards, and the rewards could be any of these things. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and send a large shipment. I'm gonna see if I can finagle it a little bit, so I don't have to send them a copper ore. 1 more log gets it up to 180%. So we're gonna send a large shipment, and then it says the claw delegation will speak to you soon. What is this ship? Why is that ship parked there? Oh, I think that was a bug. It disappeared. You have met your first tax payment. Well done. We shall expect to see increased output from your colony going forward. That's both good and bad. All right, so now the Whisker ship is here. We get to potentially choose more Whiskers to join us. What do we need? I know. Oh, I didn't change the category. Yeah, I didn't change the game. Hi, Yellow Lime. You're right, I forgot to change the game name. I wanted to play this today. Alright, I'm going to choose the Claw's Visage. Not because I want it to be built, actually. But because I don't want it to show up anymore in these selections. Once you choose this, it will never show up again, and I want more options later on. Ooh, that's 21 ration meals. How's it going, Lime? And spices for exquisite meals. Soap and medicine. Let's do the rations chest. So let's select that. Right. I'm gonna pause this, and yeah, I can't believe I forgot to do that. This is a super comfy game, and I'm playing it in super comfy mode. Creator dashboard, stream manager. Forgot to change oh, I still have it. All right, where do I change that at? Shoot. Stream settings. Nope. Settings. Nope. Edit stream info. There we go. The category is Whiskerwood. Oh my gosh. Thank you for pointing that out to me. if I reload this page. Hopefully that will show the change. Whiskerwood, there we go. Yes, there we go. Back to the game. It is super comfy. I love it. I played the demo for 3 hours last night. And I'm excited. Alright, we need to choose mice. What's the next thing I'm going to build is the farm. And the farm uses, I believe, whoops. What do they use? I think they use the Explorers Guild. Let's set that right there. Don't go away, Whisker Ship. The farm uses the Farmers Guild. I forgot. Duh. Alright, let's, that's another loner. I don't really like the loners. I haven't run into major problems with them, but they... I'm gonna use one of my things. There we go. We got a farmer who's healthy. We'll take them. And let's also take... Oh, there's a craft master. Strong shoulders, but he's a pessimist. Patient, heavy eater. We'll keep that. Let's get the one. Alright, so... Can't find material. It needs planks. Which I don't think we have yet. I thought we got some on the supply ship, but I don't think I did actually. Alright, so the houses are being built. We're still short on 3 houses. Let's high prioritize this one. Two construction workers. I need to start setting down. I'm really spread out here. I don't like the way this is starting out. I don't like to start this spread out, but that's what I've done. Need more stone. Workday is coming to a close. Yeah, you'll get planks soon. I'm hoping that the next supply ship has planks. Not that we're hurting on food, but I am a very conservative player when it comes to these kind of things. I like to have stockpiles. We're only short 2 houses. Didn't have enough. So only 2 whiskers are going to sleep outside tonight. That's better than the 7 that did the first night. Alright, we'll speed up a little bit. Like I said, they're coming in from their work. First thing they do is grab food, and then they'll go... This is why I'm concerned about being spread out so much. But we'll put down some walkways and stuff soon. We've got a good excess amount of logs right now. We got a supply ship coming tomorrow. That's good. I like the like at nighttime. It's even kind of like lullaby music. Alright, so let's go ahead and speed up. This two poor mice are sleeping outside. They just collapse on the ground. Sorry about that, buddy. We're working on it. We'll get you a house today. I think today's the day you'll get a house. Yes, so we maxed out our approval. And this approval is earned each night from your whiskers. It helps you enact policies and things like that. Good night. Yep, the break was over. Yeah, so 8 at a warehouse, subpar clothing, rough and stuffy. Our loaners aren't complaining. They've been that's kind of good. So let's start a new day. We have a couple loaners that are not supposed to like to work with other people, and sometimes they complain, and they haven't started complaining yet. All right, looks like this is going to be built soon. Alright, that's being built. Yes, go get the stone, get the coal, get that stone so we can build more houses. That'll be 2. I need to actually start another house up. And we're going to go ahead and set that one at high priority so they'll finish it. There we go, more stones. Alright, we have a lot of logs. And logs are great for building paths because it lets them get around faster. We don't have planks, but we've got 51 logs. Alright, hopefully our supplier can get us some planks because we need 8 planks over here to build our farm. So we are going to choose the more expensive shipment this time, so that we can get some planks delivered to us. We're going to get more logs, we're going to get more clothing, some hardtack, which is food. Alright, but it does increase our debt a little bit, so we'll owe more when the tax ship comes. But that one now let me get these guys walking around a little faster. In fact, here's all these planks. Let's put a flower bed in front of their houses. This can be moved back a little bit. They moved those trees. Not moved those trees, chopped down the trees. Alright, yeah, our houses are done. So we've got 4 over here and 4 over here. That's enough for our 8 whiskers. Yay. Back to what I was talking about is I build wood paths. It uses up logs, but it helps your mice get around faster. So I always try to create one. Oh, this is a new view. This wasn't, you couldn't do this in the demo. This is nice. We'll do one from the warehouse all the way over here. And yes, I know it uses a lot of logs. Alright, so here's one of those instances where I want them to expedite the removal of one thing. So I can prioritize that tree to be removed next so that the path is a nice uninterrupted path. Alright, cool. I'm going to build 2 more houses in preparation of expansion. I'm going to do those over here. They're working on the tree that I asked them to prioritize. This will help. The path speeds up their ability, or not ability, but their speeds up their walking. So they will be able to get to their houses to sleep at night faster from the warehouse. And just in general, they'll be able to get around better and faster. But next what we're going to do is logistics hub. A lot of stuff wasn't in the demo. There was a lot of stuff left out of the demo for obvious reasons. They want you to buy the game. Alright, we're going to do... That takes 21 planks. We've only got 5, so no point in building that yet. There's the new decoration. That uses cut stone, which we don't have. And I don't really want to intimidate my whiskers. I want them to be happy. I'll never build it. Like I said, the reason I chose it was so that the option didn't show up in the rewards list again. Alright, end of night. I will speed things up. They are coming from a long way. Still plenty of time in the night. Some of them are already getting to their homes. This will be the first night, I think, that we don't have anybody homeless. I wasn't really paying attention. Are they out of stuff to mine? No, they got those 2 over there. And then we'll do those. And that coal. And we'll hit... That's going to give us 15 copper ore right there. Do that. And this is all nice copper. Right. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's the end of the day. Now notice when these guys come out, in a second, our approval can't go up anymore because we did not gain any new mice. One of our rude whiskers upset somebody. At least it was only one. All right, so they got dirty fare. They need the bath thing. So we got 5 of them complaining about dirty fur. We're gonna work on that. Everything else is looking pretty good. Let's start a new day. Now watch when they come out. They'll see these flowers. Oh, they didn't. Usually, did they change that? I don't know. Usually they would see these and there'd be like a little green, like, ah, I like it. That didn't happen. Alright. Alright, let's slow things down. They're mining. The extra houses are getting built. Perfect. Oh, okay. The farm is built. I need to give them steps up. But we're gonna start. Where's my? Okay, yes. They cannot reach that flax. So I need to move the forager's hut over. I want them to reach that flax over there. In fact, let's move them over here. Because they can start getting all this berries and flax. Let's move them... Move them right there. And we'll give them some stairs to get up. Up, and then up. And then they'll start doing this stuff. But I want them to focus on this flax first. Because I want to plant some stuff here with the farm. They're so cute. My little mice. My little whiskers. Just move that over there, so it's a little bit closer to their current work site. A little bit closer, not a lot, but a little bit. All right, so our housing is looking good. Our whisker ship has arrived. How much housing? Let me pause real quick. We've got room for colony office. Tax report, quest log. We don't have any planks yet, or we don't have enough planks to start research. I was trying to find out, I guess I'll just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got room to bring on 2 more whiskers, which I like to do. If I can find 2 good ones on here, let's do so. Ooh, we have a perfectionist. And he's a farmer. Let's bring him on. Do I have... Oh, he's sickly. I don't want him, though. Let's bring another... Let's bring an engine. Do I have any other engineers? I only have one other engineer, Rex. So let's bring that other engineer on. That way we'll have 2. I don't want the sickly one. I want the one that's a perfectionist. And then we'll refuse the rest of them. So there's our 2 new mice that already have homes. And I'm starting to get weird graphical things in this early release. It's feeling very laggy. Yeah, I don't know what, and it looks very interesting. My camera is also messing up. Did that fix it? There was another program trying to access my camera. That was weird. I like how you can click on a workplace and you can follow these lines to see where their workers are. So that one's delivering flax to the warehouse. That one's coming back. You can see what they're doing, headed to work. Alright. We have some farmers. We have 2 farmers. We're gonna utilize both of them. And they're going to farm This is really bad. When I have this overlay on, the lag is just through the roof. It's very choppy. I'm just gonna have them this right here for now. And then we're going to plant berries up there. What is causing the horrible lag? I've never had that much lag. I'm gonna go here and close. I don't have a whole lot of apps open. Alright, hopefully that'll help. Alright, so now those farmers got right to work tilling this field, and they're gonna plant. And then when these move here, when they get this flax done, I might extend the field a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. No, that did not fix the lag. I did not experience any lag like this in the demo. But it's just feeling very sluggish, and I don't know. Let me look at my live stream, because what I'm seeing is am I visible? No, I'm not. I've got a black box where I'm supposed to be. I'm going to turn my camera off, because that might be what's causing the problem. That was weird. Alright, back into the game. Oh, it seems like it was my camera software. Now my lag is gone. Yeah, it's moving much more smoothly now. Great. We'll fix that later. Almost time to stop working for the day. Oh, I forgot to build that path where they chopped down that tree. There we go. Let's build that there. And there, 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 there. Dun, dun. Forage hut really didn't need the sidewalk because I can move the forage hut around. How's our mining going? Looking good. Alright, so I don't know why sometimes they decide to go underground and not. I didn't specifically tell it to go underground there. I just chose the ones up here on the surface. But it went underground. Or, oh wait, maybe, I think there might have been a copper deposit there. Yeah, I'll shut up. Alright, so these are wood cutters. Let's move these guys down to the bottom of these stairs over here. And then they can go up there and start on those trees up there. Let's speed through the night.
Other matters demand your attention. Housing is not a luxury.
Oh, I never did accept that quest, and I completed it.
Other matters demand your attention. Housing is not a luxury. Some whiskers have already resorted to makeshift camps. I implore you to provide us shelter. We cannot survive as a corps.
Well, there's some free planks we could have had that I didn't realize. I forgot to do that mission. All right, we'll end the day. Should have a decent approval rating. Yes, we maxed it out again. Wonderful. It's looking good. Looking good. 8 at a warehouse. And dirty fur are easily fixable. I think we've got the supplies to start fixing them. We're gonna go to services. We're gonna choose. Oh, it still takes 21 planks. We don't have the resources to fix it. We still need more planks. So let's look at factories. And let's look at building a sawmill. Sawmill takes 1 log and 5 planks. Or no, it takes 21 logs and 1 machinery. We're going to put it... this one does not produce any pollution. So sometimes you gotta watch out for that. It uses the Engineers Guild. So let's place it kind of like tucked back here. Boom. And then we're going to build a small storage shed. That's the farmhouse. Let's move these foragers up here. There we go. And now let's extend the path. There we go. What was the ding? I missed it. Oh, it was fly ships here. What's our current debt? 154. Do we increase it by that much? I think we do this time around. Because we need planks. We need planks bad. So we'll take more debt on. We have a good amount in storage. We have some gold here that we can hit. Oh, I didn't cover it up with a walkway, did I? Oh, shoot. I thought there was some gold here. I think I accidentally covered it up with a walkway, and I think it was around here. Alright, you get your logs all back, so I'm going to get rid of all of those. Where is that gold? Okay, we'll find that later. No idea. But yes, I got the planks. Let me pause so I can think straight. I distracted myself. We're going to go to services, and we're going to build... We have 30 planks. We can either build the cafe or the bath. Let's build the cafe. We're going to build it kind of centralized between our two housing districts. I don't normally in games like this split up housing districts. I try to keep them together, but that's just the way that this one, way the cookie crumbled on this one. So let's put it like equidistance between the two housing areas, and let's prioritize this one to be built quickly. How's our mining going? Let's get copper ore, and copper ore. Oops, nope, I didn't mean to do that one. Stop, nope. Grr. Shift. There we go. Where did that gold go? I did not place the small storage that I wanted to put over here. And that will go... kind of like right... Oh, the farmers aren't doing anything. Oh, because they're waiting for the crops to grow. Let's tuck it in right there. And then add a walk path, a walkway for it right there. Whoops. Ooh, it's not going to get ready. It's not going to be done by the end of the workday. I spent too much time looking for the gold. Not going to get done. Darn it. Darny darn darn. Oh my gosh. Well, who knows? Who knows? It might get done. It might get done. It's going to get done. Why do I doubt myself? I don't think there's any time for them to move anything here, though, food-wise. Because now what they'll do, especially since I don't have a worker assigned to it. Yeah. So... he's the faster one. Yeah, so we'll set him to the cafe. No one's going to come eat at the cafe tonight because I didn't get it built and staffed in time. I didn't get it staffed in time. I'm going to set this sawmill to be finished high priority so that we can start making our own planks from this plethora of logs that we have. Alright, let's speed up, get through the night. Day 6 has ended. Whew. Dirty fur. Ate at a warehouse. Disappointed with low housing quality. Can't do much about that right now. Alright, start the new day. Tax collector arrives today. I needed to step away for a second. UPS was at my door. Alright, tax collectors are here. Let's deal with the tax collector. Good, we've got a lot of copper ore. And coal. Trinkets. Useless curiosities and figures that nonetheless please the claws. Yeah, so those are worth giving to them. They're not worth a lot. Let me get all the way up. Oh man. There we go.
You have been entrusted by your fellow Whiskers to lead their colony.
Thank you.
This is the highest honor any Whisker can attain. The teeming masses of mainland Whiskers are pleading to live in colonies such as yours. They wish only to serve the crown on a wild island such as yours. Do not disappoint them. Grow your colony to 21 Whiskers, so you can start paying some real taxes.
21. Whiskers. The new schematic is a slide. Requires copper bars to build. We're going to take it and the rusty machinery, which includes the copper bars that we need to make the slide. So, I'm curious. How long is it? Oh my goodness gracious. Here. And then up one, down slide. All right, we'll find a better location to build it because I've got an idea. That's fine. That was not in the demo. All right, but now we have a new mission. Oh, the Whisker ship is here. Let me pause real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need to get our population to 21, which means we also need to get our housing to 21. These log cabins take up so much space. I'm not gonna use those log cabins. They take up way too much space. But let's bulldoze that. Build this over one. Housing. That way I can 1, 2, 3. That'll give me enough for 13. And then we'll create a path here to here. Alright. Where is that gold? I can't believe I would totally believe if I accidentally covered it up, but I can't believe I did. If that's exactly what happened. Do I have the planks working yet? No, they're finally getting around to building it. Because we needed machinery from that last thing. Whisker ship is here. We need to build a dock. They use Farmers Guild, so I'm gonna get maybe 2 more Farmers Guild, hopefully. Greedy and inquisitive. Greedy expects more from life. Rebellious? No, thank you. Fully trained expert in skilled labor. I'm gonna re-roll. Don't really care for these either. This guy is a strong, fast miner. We'll take him. I will take the compassionate farmer and refuse the rest. Now I want to build a dock. We'll build it right next to the restaurant, i.e. the cafe. I want to use that slide. Where can I use the slide? I want to use it now. I want to use the slide. Dirty fur. We need to also build the first bath. Bathing dock. That'll go right here by the homes. And then these guys will have their own over here. That takes a lot of planks, so they're not going to be built really quickly. Each one takes 21 planks, and we only have 9 as it is. But our sawmill is complete, so we can now... Ooh. Oh, see, that wasn't in the demo. Apprentice workers. Okay, cool. Alright, there you go. I want the fishing to be done next. Alright, end of the day. See, they're all coming to the cafe. The food diminishes as they eat. I don't think they got any housing done and built. We're gonna have a couple whiskers outside. Yeah, we're short too. Those two whiskers that I just brought in, I didn't have houses ready for them. Oops. 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 Oh well. We still got max approval. Yeah, here's the two that slept outside. Sorry, guys. Dirty fur, because our baths are not built yet. Hard labor. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Bland food, we're working on it. Raw food, we're working on it. Subpar clothing, another rude encounter, and drab surroundings are our negatives that we need to keep an eye on. Let's get this fishing dock built.
Please, may we have better housing? This
here
new
we go.
island was exciting for a bit, but that excitement has worn off.
Yeah, so basically,
I wake up.
Basically, that is, we're supposed to get our population to 21, but we also have to have 21 houses for them to live in, which makes sense. I'm gonna plop some decorations around. We've got some extra logs. Houses are being built. The supplier has arrived. What's our debt right now? 24. Our debt's only 24? Yeah, we'll take the bigger one. How much is in the warehouse? 776. We'll take the bigger one. We need those planks. Now we've got 26 planks, which is enough to complete one of the bathing houses. Bathing docks. I'm going to cancel that one for now. Only one more house needs to be completed. Ooh, let's set it high priority. Didn't really, it should have been high priority to begin with, but I have the bathing house set as high priority. Let's set it at low priority so the house gets built. No mine shafts marked nearby. Yep, because they're out of range, so we're going to move this over to here. Now there are mine shafts marked nearby. Alright, that will definitely be built by the end of the day. Both of these will be built by the end of the day, so the housing problem is solved. Now we can set this back in high priority. Ooh, there's copper down in there. Z turns on that mode and go lower. Yeah, there's copper down here. Storage shed needs to be finished. Gonna have fish today. Not gonna get done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's okay. We didn't get the dock or the bathing house done. I want the fishing dock to get done and then the bathing dock. Everybody has a home tonight. That's good. That's a plus. We need to build some stairs so the gatherers there can get up to those flax and berries. That was an oversight on my part. They should have had access to that long ago. Where is our... Okay, yeah, so they still have access to all of these trees here. They can climb up there and reach. Yeah, that's good. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. I just realized that I don't have another... I need an explorer, another explorer's guild. Alright, everything stays the same. We have room for 2 more whiskers. And I need an explorer's guild to replace him. And I'm probably going to create... Ooh, look at all that copper coming over. That's nice. I'm probably going to replace... Or not replace. I'm probably going to place down another miner's hut. Alright, the fishing dock is being built. And then they'll start on the bathing dock, which is 21 plates. Oh, come on. Build, build, build. construction workers for right now. I need an explorer's guild. He's compassionate. I got a lot of compassionate whiskers. I don't know. I don't know. I'll take him because I need another one. And I'll take him. 2 is all we can take. Alright. An apprentice is required. That was not a thing in the demo. It's a good thing I have an apprentice. Is he currently assigned to the farm? Well, he has to be there. Alright. And so then we'll do another fisherman there with him. So my farm is over here. Did he get... Okay, no, he was just doing something else. Alright. They're delivering the planks. The planks have halfway been delivered. Here comes the rest. Still got half a work day. It still might get built. 4 more planks on their way. Come on, dudes. Alright. 2 builders. Still have half of the workday. I think they can do it. I think we're gonna get the first bathing dock done. Look at our storage coins. Worth 1,063. Nice. Halfway done on the bathing dock. And voila. It does not require workers. So it's ready to go. We have 15 completed houses. Get him working on the planks as well, even though it's not his speciality. Eight seconds left of the workday. Looks like a pretty good day. We got the dock and the bathhouse done. Let's create a path. Where's the exit? Right there. Okay. Let's add a plank there for the exit there. Woodcutters still have access to a lot of the trees. Where's the farm? Farm's over here. Let's farm. Where'd the berries go I planted? Oh, they're down there. Nope. We need to move these guys And then we're gonna farm. What is the farm key? N. N is for farm. Farn. I don't know how to remember that. We're gonna plant some trees. We're gonna look at crop for trees. I want that to be removed hastily, which means I need some stairs. Nope, not fancy stairs, just regular steep stairs. Going up there. We're gonna plant some trees up here. Alright, we're still at max approval. Dirty fur. At least it wasn't all of them. Unsatisfactory bath. Wished for a... Wished. Is that a typo or do they do that on purpose because of Whisker? They wished for a more comfortable bathing experience. Screenshot. I haven't noticed that before. Alright, starting a new day. Morning, everybody. Foragers. Why aren't they coming down to take care of this? Prioritized one. I want them to take care of that one first. I hear ya. Alright, let's plant some trees. We'll deal with that one. There, this is gonna be trees. What's here? Oh, it's the supply ship. Where are we at debt-wise? Oh, we're doing really good. Yeah, we'll take the larger shipment. For those extra planks and the clothes. Alright, we've got a lot of planks. Let's look at research. I've forgotten to open this up. Oh, we don't have cut stone yet. That's another factory that we have to build first. Total resources. Tax report. Okay, let's food processing, we've got that. It's like we need to build a stone cutter next. 21 planks and 1 machinery. We've got 40 planks. Let's get a stone cutter going. And give it a makeshift pad. Which one is this? Is the wet side. Okay. Let's add some more houses. I wish these fit. We'll put the houses tucked right against the wall there. 1, 2, can go back in there, I guess. Yeah, 3. And then we'll do the path. Bring it right in front and then around. Boom. No storage destination. Are we full? We're full. Oh no. So we need to add another, it's tiny capacity, but that's all we can do right now. So we can make it bigger. I prioritize that. All right. End of night. I haven't actually shown you bathing. Shown them bathing. What was a tooting horn? Was that them farting? How have I missed that in the demo? I don't know if that was in the demo. That was funny. The little horn icon popped up and it went whoop. I was curious that only one whisker. There we go. There's 2. 3, 4. Okay, now it's getting more popular. And they get done, then they go home. And then they sleep. Forever sleep. Hopefully not forever sleep. Alright, so tax collector is coming today. Yeah, storage is full. The storage is full. See, the town hall was not in the demo at all, so this is like a brand new thing for me. I know we don't have enough planks for it, but that's a cool building. That looks neat. I wish it would fit in there. You know what? Let's focus on cutting these trees down, and we'll have like an elevated... Tax collectors here, oh no. We'll do like an elevated town hall up there. Alright, tax collector. See, because there's a lot of this needs to be built. Tax collector is going to be here all day. This needs to be built so that we can deliver this copper over here to this storage so that we can send it to help pay for stuff, help pay our tax. There we go. Plop it right in there. Perfect. That is exactly what I pictured would happen. Alright, let's click on the tax collector. We've got a lot of copper ore been building up. There we go. Another large shipment on its way. Okay. It just kind of whoop, vanished away. Alright, here comes some whiskers. I wanna do another mine. So we've got a miner's guild who's sickly. Don't want that. A loner. Ooh, we have an apprentice farmer. Can I accept him and then re-roll? No, you can't. Alright, that's fine. And we'll take the content engineers guild. Refuse to use. Quality wood stairs. Faster and more comfortable than steep stairs. Those take planks, so we're going to take that. And then we're also going to take... You know, I've seen some complaints about the bathhouse. So let's take soap. We got long stairs, yay! And then go to the bathhouse and then make sure that soap is checked. Yes, it is. All right, cool. So we've got. We need to build one more house today. Yes. Housing shortage. Oh no. Let's build that. Hold on a second. Someone is knocking at my door again. Pause. Be right back. I'm back. It was another Amazon delivery. First one was UPS, and that one was the Amazon delivery guy. Alright, so we'll do some houses facing those ones. And I have been neglecting decorations. Let's put a tree right here that they can't miss. And then that does not block anything. Because the farm comes out there, and then that comes out there. So those two places can be used for decorations. So we'll put tree there, and these hanging gardens right there. Very pretty. Used up some planks, but I have been seeing some thumbs down because of lack of things looking good. Alright, we're out of stone. That's not good at all. The camp is idle because I have not given them anything to do. Well, that would make sense. Let's mine another row of stone over here. Stone cutter is waiting for one piece of machinery. It's currently inbound and not going to make it by the end of the day. Crappity croup. Alright, everybody rush into the cafe, get your food, get your bath, go get some sleep. want to see if my camera is back to working again. Seems to be. I quit the camera app and reopened it. Hey, we're still at max approval. Yay! Yay! So the big complaints are low housing quality. Yep. Bland food. Yep. Ate raw food. Yep. Hard labor. Now what? Can't. You're building the thing. Ate at a warehouse. Well, that's not my fault. You need to come over to the cafe. Day 12. We're almost 2 weeks in. We got more rocks coming to help with the finishing of the other houses. These guys are clearing those trees that I wanted them to focus on so that we could plop down the town hall when we have 55 planks. Trees are growing. They still have not come for this berry over here. Alright, these use planks. Can I just... Oh, they take up longer space. Okay. That makes sense. They are called long stairs. They take up 2 lengths, but they're more comfortable, and they like it going up them, I guess. Let's put one here, since this is one people go up and down a lot. The supplier has arrived. The supplier has arrived. Yeah, we'll take the bigger one. We need the planks. 42 planks. 42. Way over capacity. Research lab. School. Yeah, we need to get the... Oh, I didn't realize it was built. Apprentice. Whoops, is the apprentice required? We don't have a craft master. Is he my only... Oh, only apprentices can work here. Interesting. I was not aware of that. Alright, well, won't put anybody there right now. Hopefully we can maybe get an apprentice on the next Whisker ship. And this is the Engineers Guild. Hopefully we can get an engineer apprentice. That would be nice. That would be nice. Build them houses. How many planks is the 55? Yeah, once they get those trees out of the way back here, I'll be able to place this against that wall there. Alright, that was the sound of the house being finished. End of work day. Yeah, my camera's messing up again. Alright, we'll just delete it to get off of there. Everything was getting really squirrely again. Or mousy, I guess. H shows the temperatures. Okay. We haven't even got into winter yet. We're halfway through the fall, so winter's coming soon. We're gonna have to start building some campfires here soon. Alright, end the day. Sorry, I was looking away. I was looking through the package that I got. 172 taxes approaching. We've got 1,267 in the warehouse. Nice. The warehouses. 8 decoratives built. Half decorations. Oh, they're free. Just put some protective rope there so they don't go over your head. Oh. FPS just plummeted. Privacy fence. So I got to build 8 of these. Let's just do. Let's do some barrels. Bench. That's 6. 7. And then 1 count out of 1. There's 8. 8 decoratives. So they're not counting the ones that I've already built. That kind of stings. What if I tore them down and rebuilt them? Got my logs back, that's nice. Oh, it put me into the negative. I wasn't even looking. Now we're back to where I need to build 8 more. Okay, whatever. That was weird. Darn it. One more. Nope. Shooty shoot shoot. Frame rate is just horrible right now. Oh, very nice. I'm curious what my FPS is. It was going really well. It's only down to 20. Oh, yeah, that's awful. I wasn't imagining it. Well, you know what? I'm at 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm going to call this one right now because I've got to get ready to go into town. Thanks for watching. I'm going to save Grumpania and pick up later. Thanks for watching and hope you have a great rest of your day / afternoon / evening, whatever. Please like and subscribe.